Switch. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and 10 for Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44. There you go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
BAT! Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Wide. Get wide. Hey.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And now to the air. Dalton gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go, baby. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, defense, let's go. Regular. Shoot. Check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's White. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Brady gives to Michelle, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. We're scoreless after 1.
Wait, set. 380. Hey, 66. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, Delta. Hey, let's get. Hey, hold 66. Go.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mike spot 4. Don't get nervous. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Brady gets it to Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
First down, Patriots.
Play set. 53 Linda. Alabama. 380.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go on. No, 66. Check it.
On 2nd and 9. Brady caught by the tight end Watson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Bernard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a point. portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run for it. Anderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That's good for the Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All day, just like that, just like that.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
To throw
To throw is Brady. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Back, back, back.
Sugar.
Operating from the gun. Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. John Simon. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Sponge. No.
Got some room at the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Get in the weight room. Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A first down throw coming for Dalton. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. Crunch.
368.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton, he's going to let this go for the... That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wait, set, wait, 20!
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Defense wins championship.
Hey, 66.
On first down, White. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check.
72.
Right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady goes underneath here to White. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
54.
Hey, Haywood.
Check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They tried a quick. What they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now. Bernard. Down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. We had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Alabama. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tom Brady needing a fourth quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Hands up.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A pitch back, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bannon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A 44-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
QB's trash. Let's go. Watch the end.
Here you go. Can. Regular.
Throwing again. Dalton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. On third down, Bernard, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Wait, that 380.
Mike 54.
Sugar.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Smooth. 54.
On first down, Brady. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And the Bucs swinging back in front in that offensive affair. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's coming.
Topper! Topper!
Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Don't give him the word! Bud! Alert! Alert!
From the gun, it's Brady. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ozzy! 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. The quick slant caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points and guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it